Please, 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 please work, please. It was bound to happen. And of course, on the 4th episode, it does. I just recorded a whole 30-minute episode with my mic mute. It was mute. It was mute. It was mute. So that content gone. You ain't never going to see that ever. You ain't never going to see that content in your life because guess what? It sounds like shh. You try to hear the audio. Shh. No audio. Luckily, in this episode of Just Dax, welcome. I'm your host, Just Dax, right here, or Dax, whatever you want to call me. But luckily, I made these little note cards, if you can see right here, and they have Just Dax on them. And they just have my topics on them for what I was going to talk about anyway. So this episode might be shorter than what it was going to be. You were going to get a 30-minute exclusive by the one and only, but I don't know if I got the talking ability. I just talked for 30 minutes straight. And none of it was saved. All right. Okay, let's get straight into this episode of Just Dax. I just still can't get over the fact that happened, but we're going to prevail. We will prevail. All right, so recently it's been very rainy. It has not stopped raining for the past 3 weeks. And I know I probably mentioned being outside, the past episodes. But those were those eventful days where they just did not rain. But besides that, it has rained and been muggy and been grouchy and been nasty for the past 3 weeks. And I can't do it anymore. I cannot physically do it anymore. It's depressing. There's days where I do love the rain, but it is just literally entirely depressing when you wake up in the morning and there's no sun hitting your retinas. There's no sun being injected through thine rays of light into your retinas. It is just rain. And I love the aesthetic of, the rain outside, but you don't want that for 3 weeks straight. You want a little Pinterest board of it that you can go to every now and then. You don't want your life being filled with mug. So it's been rough, and I've just been trying to get a tan, and you can tell by my pasty self that it's not been happening. It's not occurred, and it is right now. It's been raining literally all day. Like, I've not had a break. But right now, the sun's out. The sun is out and shining. And I know if I step outside, my hair's going to get greasy. My pores are going to open up. Dirt will inject in them because it's muggy. I've just been trying to get through this muggy season. And it's May, but it's May. It's my birthday month, okay? May 14th is my birthday. It's currently the 12th. 2 more days. I'm so excited. And I'm turning 17. That is just, y'all, 16, 17, 18. These are these dream teenagers. You got to live your life to the fullest. And 16 has treated me really well. I've been living it up. And 17 is going to be even better. 2025, here we go. Because guess what? Lorde. Y'all, I know I'm going to go on this tangent again. Y'all know I love Lorde. She's going on tour. This girl is going to have a concert less than 2 hours away from my house. And what am I going to do? I'm going to join that Ticketmaster war queue. I'm getting my sword. I'm getting my shield. And I'm joining that queue. And if anybody tries to get in front, if they try to get in front of me, I'm stabbing them. Because this is all I've ever manifested and wanted in my life. And the fact that my 2 favorite artists, Tate McRae and Lorde, came out with albums. And are going on the tour in the same year. And I already have tickets to one of them. Look, here is my concerts for the year. Look, my trusty note card's going to come in handy. My concerts for the year. I've already seen Megan Maroney. I talked about that in maybe like the first or second episode. See Megan Maroney. I had the best time with my friends. Like, that was literally magical. I'm going to see Tate McRae September 9th in Atlanta, Georgia. A little scary, Atlanta, Georgia. You never know what you're going to get yourself into there. But I'm hoping that the good Lord up above graces me with protection that day. But we're going to see Tate McRae. And I've seen the videos. The tour videos, the tour set. Miss Possessive, here I come. She going to possess me. I'm going to get myself a piece of that cake. Give me a piece of that Tate McRae. Tate McCake. Because I need it. September 9th. So excited. Me and my cousin Camden are going. We're going to have literally so much fun. She's like one of the people who loves Tate along with me. So that's perfect. And I did lash out out of nowhere and buy myself $600 Sabrina Carpenter tickets. But I feel like that's kind of a rite of passage. We are in the year 2025, and I'm a teenager, and I need to see Sabrina Carpenter and get the photos and tell the stories. Because you don't have to girls. You don't have to girls. You don't have to lie to girls, because if they like you, they'll just lie to themselves. I'm so excited. So that's 3. I already have 3. Like, I'm definitely going to, and I need to get these ultrasound. That's the name of the tour. Ultrasound tickets. I plan on like getting the Tennessee ones. I've signed up for literally every single pre-sale you can get your hands on in the United States of America. I'm going to be sent like 17 different codes in my text messages from Lorde and her team and the AXS, because they're not going through Ticketmaster. They're going through the AXS app, which I try to get my Megan Morani tickets off of. Like, I joined the queue for that, baby. They was sold out in less than 3 seconds. So I'm hoping I get in a good line and a good queue for this, because I bought the Sabrina ones on pre-sale, and I was like 1,000 in line, and there was like 50,000. So I got really lucky, and I bought those in school with the worst internet possible. So I don't know how that even like conjured up and came to be, but it did. But I bought those on pre-sale, and I'm really, really hoping that I can get these Lorde tickets. Look, if you said you can't talk for a week and you'll get Lorde tickets, I'm keeping my mouth shut. And we know I like to talk up in here. So if you look, these desperate times come for desperate measures, and I'm finna be in the pit. I'm finna be in the pit. I don't care how much they cost. If they're $1,000, baby, I'm taking it on a loan from my bank that I know I will not be able to pay back, because I'm a teenager, and I will be spending my money on those Lorde tickets. Now, talking about money, I currently have like $450 in my bank account, and I think I saw the tickets are going to be like $200 on pre-sale if I can even like get any. So I'm kind of like, you know, like, what the heck? Am I going to have enough money? Because I'm trying to buy 2. And I really hope I have enough money, because if I can score these tickets, like, baby, we're getting it. Like, I cannot explain how, like, excited and scared I am. My stomach's been hurting just thinking about it. And if it makes matters any, like, better / worse, I signed up for the text messages from Lorde. Y'all, she announced the pre-sale is going on May 14th. That is my birthday. Like, if the stars didn't align perfectly, I don't know what did. The girl Lorde up above told Lorde down here to schedule it on my birthday, and she listened and scheduled it. So this better happen. Like, it's got to happen. But like I said, I'm getting my sword and shield, and we're getting in that line for the Ticketmaster. And I'm just hoping that I can get these tickets, because it's going to be rough if I didn't. It's going to be real rough if I didn't. I'm going to be a different person. Now, speaking of it, my birthday, May 14th, I explained that earlier, but we did actually celebrate it. Like, me and my friends celebrated it this Saturday, or this most recent Saturday. We went to the Olive Garden. Now, when I tell you, the Olive Garden is a tradition in my youthfulness and probably forever in my life. The past like 5 years, I've eaten at an Olive Garden on my birthday or for my birthday dinner, and he did it at my birthday dinner. But let me tell you what I ate at this Olive Garden, and don't judge me. 7 breadsticks. Look at me when I say this. Look at me. 7 breadsticks, 2 plates of salad, 2 bowls of soup, and shrimp Alfredo, a whole plate of shrimp Alfredo. And is it bad of me to say that I wasn't full? I could probably stuff more in my stomach, but I knew there was cake coming on the way and Great American Cookie right after that. And I did get myself a large sugar cookie from Great American Cookie. Y'all, those are good. I don't know if those are the best cookies. I cannot explain it. I'm like a doughy boy. I like the dough, and they're like very soft and doughy, but they don't taste like dough. Like, they taste cooked. Like, that's the good cookie right there. That's that good cookie. That good cookie. That good cookie. Good cookie. Good cookie. Sorry. Can you tell that the sun came out and I'm just like excited because it's been literally so gloomy the past couple of, weeks, whatever. So yeah, that's my plan. The tour I'm trying to get to is the one in Tennessee. It's like the Pinnacle. That's like the concert venue. And I cannot wait. Now, weather's been bad. I've been pale as a ghost. But the sun is coming out just as it is now. And my last day of work is this Friday. Now, I've been at this Chick-fil-A for like 9 months. And no hate, but a little bit. But I can't do fast food. I'm sorry, but if you're in that industry, I pray for you every day. You're in my nightly prayer because, baby, I cannot do it. When I tell you that when I used to work my long shifts, because with them, it was either like 3-hour shift or 7-hour. And I'm telling you, I'm not working 7 hours as no teen. And I know people who do it, but I can't do it. That don't float my boat. That sinks my boat. It sinks it. A lot of things sink my boat, but that's one of the main ones. But it would be different. If I like really enjoyed it, and I did like it, but they're really happy, and I'm a happy person, okay? But it's hard to keep this smile for 7 hours straight. That's why I loved when I worked in like the kind of back area, like when you would make drinks or something, because you would just be like scooping and making drinks and like getting it done, and you ain't gotta do no customer service. But I think I'm a good customer service person. I'm kind of like the happy, like, hello, what's up? What can I get for y'all today? Like, I'm open. I'm not too nervous when it comes to that. I like can public speak. I used to be a little scared when I would public speak, but I think I've gotten to the point where if I know what I'm talking about, it's like I'm not that scared anymore. Oh, to mention this, I just looked over here. Here's my coffee. I broke the lid. Let's just say that. It is 1 part coffee, 25 parts creamer, and it's not going to be like your pumps of vanilla. I ain't no 20 pumps of vanilla, 7 pumps of pumpkin spice, and 3 pumps of cream guy. I am coffee creamer. I can get down, with the circle ribbon crunch, shaken Sabrina espresso. Like, I can get down in it, but baby, not every day. That is too much sugar for me. I'm like off the walls as it is with some caffeine in me, but then you add the extra pumps of sugar and artificial flavoring and microplastics into it, then I'm definitely off my rocker. And I don't take any medicine, y'all. I have been not tested, but no ADHD here. At least no ADHD. Like, what's the word? Hypnotized. Girl, what I'm talking about, not hypnotized. I don't have the words. Were they diagnosed? I'm not diagnosed with anything. I'm just on about 3 shots of espresso in my guzzle right here. So that's how it's going now. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh, work. I quit work, whatever, last day Friday. I'm working with my family this summer because I'm quite busy. I showed you my whole schedule the last week. But not next week, but the next, I'm going to this thing called Boys State. I might have said something about it. I don't remember, but basically it's this mock trial or mock government week where you and literally like 600 boys from your entire state, which every state does this besides Hawaii in the U.S., go to a college, and you each get a dorm in your room with random guys. That's a little scary. At the same time, I hope all works out because it's supposed to be like the top 6, like prestigious, most well-rounded in the school. And when they told me that, I was like, so you think I'm skinny? Like, I was like, okay, I get it now. Like, I'm like a scholar or whatever, get into it. Well, I got accepted. I did my interview. They were like, yeah, you're good to go. We've had orientation and stuff, but we're doing it at the University of Alabama this year, and it's a whole week where you're just roomed with 3 random guys. You're put into cities. I'm the 10th city, and it's just a mock government thing. You can run for positions. And it's supposed to be chill, chillax, laid back, fun. Like, you're learning about this stuff, making new friends, all that. But then you have Girls State, which is like 1 or 2 girls from each school gets to go. And baby, they have said it is rush week on steroids because They make signs. They like make these huge signs. They're running for these positions. They think this is the real deal, baby. We in high school. We ain't no government official. And I don't even think I'll ever be a government official. But if I am one day, then jinx or psych to me, because you see me running somewhere. I could probably run something, but not like a country. Like I couldn't run a country or a state. Or actually, would you entrust me with that? Would you entrust me with your country, state? Like, I hope not. Don't entrust me with your state or country, because I feel like if I got into that position, I would need a little bit of help here, which I think you are giving help. So maybe I would. Look, I don't even know at this point. I'm just young. Living young and wild and free. That's my little hemp symphony for you today. All right. So boys state, that's fun, but the girl state is a little bit on steroids. Never done this before. My mom actually did girl state, she told me, and when she was younger. And scholarship opportunities come with this, so I'm going to try to get out there, get an elected position, maybe get me a scholarship or something, and just have fun. But that's literally not next week, but the next. And that's when summer starts. This is my last week of school, guys. Y'all, it's wrapping up. 11th grade year is wrapping up. And I would say, looking back on it, this is probably my second favorite year. If I were to list them, I'd probably say freshman year is my favorite. This has been my second favorite. And then sophomore year has been my last. I was bald sophomore year. Yeah, I decided to give myself a little hairdo and buzz it. And for literally half the year, I had no hair because it was growing back and it was going every which way. Speaking of hair, y'all, since the weather's been muggy out here, it has been greasy. This thing right here, I could probably squeeze it and fry some bacon and have a little extra left over to put in a bottle, because I cannot explain it. I do my hair wash 3 times a day, or gosh, no, every 3 days I'll wash my hair. Or not 3 days, like 3 washes. So if I go in the shower and I clean my hair or whatever, it'll be every 3 washes. Yeah, I need to get on some brand or something to give me a hair routine, because not only has my acne been acting up, but my hair has. I've never just, I like to take care of myself. I like to clean myself up. I like to make sure I'm like presentable. But it's hard when you try and nothing comes out of it. Like, it's literally hard when you do that. So help. But yeah, that is what's been going on recently. The boys state thing. I talked about my birthday. We had the birthday dinner at the Olive Garden. I stuffed myself. The cake I made said, "It feels so scary getting old" on it. That is a Lorde lyric from Ribs. And I actually themed my like kind of photo shoot for my party, or my 17th birthday, on the song that came out. It's called Homemade Dynamite. She came out with this song on her Melodrama album. And it's just talking about her and her friends are going to have fun. I think it's about drugs. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's about drugs. But it's a very uplifting, fun song. In the album, like, or the single cover for it, is these balloons. They're red, blue, and silver. And she's in like a tan, like see-through shirt. And the balloon like goes over her face, and it's a picture of it. So I kind of planned my birthday on that. I did different little photos here. I'll throw in them right here. Maybe it'll show up like as a big thing, or just like a small photo up here, or whatever. But that was like my concept for my photo shoot. And there's like alternate version on a remix, because she did a remix with Khalid and SZA, which is really good. Go check it out. It's called Homemade Dynamite remix. Lorde, SZA, and Khalid. And the colors are like pink and blue and stuff, because they're like edited. So I might do a little bit of an editing there. But that was my little like photo shoot. And I really enjoyed it, actually. Like, it ended up looking good. And it's on my little digital camera. Okay, I have the Kodak FZ55 digital camera. It's really not that bad. Like, it's not that expensive. And the photos look really good on it. So if you're looking for a little digital camera, now be careful with it. I dropped it, and now the lens is not broken, but like the ejection part of it is broken. So whenever I turn it on, I have to like pull it. It still works completely fine. I just kind of have to pull it. But the photos are really good for the price, and I can't complain. I have a photo wall that I made, and the majority of them on there are from that camera, and they just make your photos look so much more like in the moment. I can't explain it, but I would say when you're taking a photo with like your phone or whatever, it's too realistic, if that makes sense. Like, you see every little individual thing. I feel like the camera picks up more than your eyes could pick up. And so when you look back on the photos, you're like, okay, like, I remember that, but not really, like, it didn't look like that. But with these digital cameras and like actual real cameras, like one I'm using right now, I feel like the photos are so much more like down to earth, real, as in like in the moment. Say I look at a photo on my phone, I'm like, okay, whatever, like, yeah, I remember that, but it doesn't reflect how I internally remembered it. But if I'm looking at a digital photo, the story's just there, and I can read every inch, every pixel, and understand what, like, it feels like how that moment felt. That's what I'm trying to say. The photo feels like how the moment felt to me. But that might be like a little, whatever, skeptical, however that is. But yeah, that's how it's been. I can't wait for my birthday, May 14th. Put it on your calendars. Wish me happy birthday, because I want to feel special for once or whatever. Now, after my birthday, I'm going to get back into my like eating healthy era or whatever, because I kind of slacked off the past couple of like the last month, because I've been going hard. So every weekday, so like 5 days a week, but it's recently kind of been 4. I've been busy. I go work out and run. So here's like how my weekday kind of consists, how my workout consists of. I run 1.8 miles. It used to be 1 mile, but I've moved up to 1.8, trying to get a little bit more, lean for the summer. Moved it up to 1.8, and then I'll go to the gym after and stretch, do core. Core consists of front planks for a minute and then side planks on each side for a minute. And then I'll do 20 push-ups, 25 crunches on like the decline, like bench type thing. So like you can put your feet in it and you can go back and like crunch up. It really enacts the core. And I'll do 25 of those, then 20 more push-ups, then 25 sit-ups again. And after that, I do my workout for the day. Now, I've excluded legs, and you're going to be like, Dax, and you need to do legs. Like, you don't want skinny, scrawny legs. I don't care, baby. The last thing you're going to be worrying about is my legs. You want this upper body. You want this build. So don't look at my legs. And I run every day anyway, so they have muscles on them. Like, they're not chickens, I would say, or at least I hope they're not. And if they are, then bok bok. Bok bok. This chicken gonna be running. Now, my workouts, I do normally like arms, biceps, chest, and like back. Like, that's kind of what my workouts consist of. And it's just because I know I need to build on that. But like I said, after Wednesday, I'm going to do the healthy eating part. So I've been working out for the past like 3-4 months, but I haven't been eating as good. So I'm going to, get the protein in, cut like artificial, like fake food out, like, Debbie cakes, which I don't even eat those. No one buys those in my family, but the fake stuff. And I'll try not to eat that bad. But I think I want to add like protein, like drinks, like milkshakes, which I don't even really like a milkshake. I like the protein shakes. I'm not even a big fan of those, but I want to find something to like use instead. And I think the protein shake is going to be like a really good alternative, but I don't like chocolate. And the majority of those are chocolate. And I've tried the vanilla and they're not that great either. So like, I'm kind of in a predicament here. But why don't I mix the two maybe? Like, I could do cookies and cream if they have that. But then, is that even healthy for you, or is that bad for you? And I know you have to work out if you're going to do that. Like, you have to know that you're going to work out. But I also, and don't like get down my throat on this, I want to start taking creatine. And you're like, okay, Dax, what the heck? Now we're adding supplements. But turns out I've done my research. Creatine is like the best supplement you can use as a teenager, and like in general, if you're going to want to build a muscle and stuff. And my dad took it when he was like my age, and you just aren't supposed to take more than 4 grams a day, and you have to take them the days that you're actually going to work out. So if I'm not going to work out on my weekends or run on my weekends, then I won't take it. Another big thing with that is you have to be hydrated. So like, I need to drink more water, basically. Now, The weather has kind of psyched me out because it's been raining and gloomy, and when you run, you're sweating and stuff, okay? But when the sun's out, you're sweating more. So you're supposed to drink more liquids when you're sweating, but the problem is it's not been, the sun's not been pounding me when I'm running. Therefore, I've not been drinking that much water. So I know when these next couple of weeks, when the sun comes out, I need to drink more water. And especially if you're on or using the creatine, you're supposed to drink even more because it kind of dries you out. Now, all that to say, I just hope I get big and buff and I get smexy. That's all anybody wants is to get smexy, right? Or is it just me? It's probably just me. I don't even know. But overall, I'm trying to be healthy, get into it, look like Tate McRae, a dancer build. I'm kidding. But it's not been too bad. Like, I've been kind of getting there. And I've definitely gained muscle since I've been working out. And I'm a little bit bigger than normal. I used to be like a little skinny thing. Or fat skinny. I'm like skinny fat. But I'll accept that. I've kind of had to accept that through life. I am skinny fat. And the only way you can not look like that is by working out. But I want to be like thin. But that's just not my body type. My body type is a little bit like bigger. Like not fat. Which is not bad if you're fat, but it's just bigger. Oh, my cousin's calling me. One sec. Hero. Hero.
I decided I am gonna go because my bed will be there to wait for me no matter what.
Okay.
Have you already ate dinner?
No, I haven't. But I'm doing my podcast because I just did a 30-minute episode, Bella. And my mic was muted the entire time. I'm literally gonna hurt myself. Like, you don't get it. Alright, sounds good, girl.
Okay, love you.
I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm really hoping that this audio is still picking up because I just checked a second ago and it was like turned off. Like, it wasn't mute, it was just turned off. So, like, dear Lord up above, please, Heavenly God, please let my audio work for the second time. Okay. I'm literally so hyper right now because I've been just so anxious about everything, specifically getting these tickets to see Lorde. And I know I've done ratted about this billions of times, but I need them because I just find it so lovely and like the stars aligned to the fact that my two favorite artists, Tate McRae and Lorde, are going on tour the same year. They're my two favorite, and I'm going to be 17, and that's just a dream. That's literally a dream. Like, I don't think you understand that. That is my dream. But yeah. Okay, I literally can't take any more because today has just been getting me down, and I need to be rosing up, need to rise like the grave. And I just sing those words wrong, and I'm going to sing them wrong every single day because that's just how it be. Yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to eat healthier after my birthday, even though I devoured literally billions and quadrillions of calories from Olive Garden. But you got to do what makes you happy, and that makes you happy in life. So do what makes you happy as long as it ain't hurting nobody else. All right? Okay. I'm Dax. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Just Dax. See ya.